The benefit of eating 4 eggs daily is immense. Stay tuned as we explain more in context.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are cracking open a really big topic, one that's been just tangled in fear and, conflicting advice for decades.
It really has.
We're talking about the truth behind eating up to 4 eggs every single day.
Yeah.
So we've gone through all the research you sent over, the latest trials, the big studies, and our mission today is to cut right through that noise.
Get to the facts.
Exactly. We're going to pull out the surprising, actionable stuff about how this simple routine can change your energy, your metabolism, even your brain and eyesight.
It's pretty profound.
Okay, let's unpack this. But before we even get to the benefits, we have to tackle the big one. The main obstacle.
The elephant in the room.
The reason most people are, frankly, nervous about eating this many eggs.
We have to start with cholesterol.
Yeah.
And, let's be really clear here.
Please.
The long-standing fear that eating eggs leads to heart disease. It was based on outdated, really flawed research. We're talking stuff from the 1960s.
And modern science has just completely moved past that.
Oh, completely. It's been thoroughly debunked.
So if the science shifted decades ago, why did that old advice stick around for so long? I mean, in the 90s, even the 2000s, we were still being told to limit egg yolks.
Well, it's a mix of things. Part of it is just institutional sluggishness. It takes a long time for guidelines to change.
And the other part?
A real failure to communicate how complex this all is, how the body actually regulates cholesterol.
Okay, so let's get into that. The old advice missed the main point.
It missed the main factory. Your liver is the factory. It's producing, 75–80% of the cholesterol in your system to begin with.
So if I start eating, say, 4 eggs a day, what happens inside my liver? Does all that new cholesterol from the eggs just pile up on top?
No, not at all. Your body is smart. It has this sophisticated feedback system.
A feedback loop.
Exactly, a negative feedback loop.
Yeah.
When it senses more cholesterol coming in from your diet, the liver it compensates. It ramps down its own internal production.
So it balances itself out.
For most healthy people, yes. The total amount stays pretty stable.
And the research actually shows that eating 4 eggs daily, it doesn't just not hurt you, it can actually improve your cardiovascular profile.
It does. We see it consistently. For one, your HDL, that's the good cholesterol, it often goes up.
Okay, that's good.
But more importantly, the LDL particles, the ones everyone's so worried about, they change their size and their nature.
They become what the researchers call fluffier.
Right. Larger, lighter, and fluffier.
And why is fluffier better?
Because the real danger comes from the small, dense LDL particles. Those are the ones that are tiny enough to get into your artery walls and start causing plaque.
I see.
Eggs help shift your profile away from those dangerous little particles toward the big, harmless, fluffy ones. Plus, we often see triglycerides go down. It's a systemic regulator, not a risk factor.
That's just fascinating. A food that was demonized for so long is actually helping create a healthier lipid profile.
Okay, so with cholesterol cleared up, let's talk protein. We always hear egg protein compared to meat protein, but when you look at how the body uses them, they're not really the same at all.
Not at all. They're worlds apart. Think about beef or chicken. That protein is locked into dense, fibrous muscle tissue. It's designed for movement.
Which means it's harder for us to break down.
Exactly. It makes it tougher for your body to fully access and use all of it.
But the egg, it's completely different. It wasn't designed for movement. It's nature's ultimate starter kit for life.
That's a perfect way to describe it. It contains every single building block you need to create a complex living thing from scratch.
So how do we measure that difference in quality?
What's fascinating here is a concept called biological value. It's the gold standard metric for protein quality.
And it tells you what exactly?
It tells you precisely how much of the protein you eat can actually be absorbed and put to work for repair, for growth, for everything. So let's run through the numbers. How do eggs stack up?
Egg protein is literally the benchmark. It gets a perfect score, 100% usable. Every single gram is bioavailable.
Wow. And compared to meat?
Well, beef usually comes in around 75–80% usable. Chicken is similar, maybe 79%. Fish is a little better, maybe 80–85.
So nothing touches that perfect 100.
Nothing. It's unparalleled efficiency.
And that efficiency translates directly to what? faster muscle repair, stronger bones and ligaments.
Yes, and more robust production of hormones and enzymes, better skin, stronger immune system. You're getting the absolute maximum return on your investment.
But it's not just protein. There's another piece people miss.
They do. They miss the fuel advantage from the yolk. The egg is a complete energy package.
Right, because if you eat, say, just a lean chicken breast, your body isn't great at turning that into immediate energy.
It's extremely inefficient.
Yeah.
You only get about 10 to 20% of it as usable fuel.
But the fat in the yolk changes that whole equation.
Precisely. About 65% of an egg's calories can be used as a steady, stable fuel source. This is why you don't get that 10:30 a.m. energy crash.
You get stable energy, better focus,
This frittata is delicious,
stable blood
isn't it?
sugar.
Which leads right to the satiety factor.
Pass
You
the
just
eggs,
feel
please.
full for longer.
Exactly. You switch from cereal or toast to 4 eggs, and you're not hungry for 4, 5, even 6 hours. You've given your body the materials and the fuel it needs.
Okay, I want to zoom in on something you mentioned from the sources. This idea of an internal maintenance system. There's apparently a hidden signal in the egg for muscle building.
Yes, leucine. It's so critical. It isn't just another amino acid building block.
It's more than that.
It's the master signaling switch. It's like turning the key in your car's ignition. It literally tells your body to start the engine for muscle protein synthesis.
And eggs are packed with it.
One of the richest natural sources.
This has to be incredibly important for people who work out or, as we get older.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For anyone exercising, it speeds up recovery. But for those of us over 40, it's critical. Muscle mass naturally starts to decline. It's called sarcopenia.
Right.
Eating 4 eggs a day gives you that consistent leucine signal you need to hold on to your muscle, which is just the foundation for mobility, a strong metabolism, and a longer, healthier life.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. The egg's role as the body's ultimate maintenance crew, this deeper process that keeps our whole system running.
This brings us to 3 absolutely critical nutrients in eggs: choline, natural B12, and folate.
And these 3 work together.
They're the fuel for a master process in the body called methylation.
Okay, so for the listener, what's a simple way to visualize methylation?
Think of it like the body's massive daily repair and recycling program.
So it's doing what exactly?
It's repairing damaged DNA, it's detoxifying old hormones and chemicals, and it's producing the essential neurotransmitters your brain needs to function. It's fundamental.
And the sources pointed out something pretty staggering here, that up to 40% of adults might have a genetic hiccup that makes this whole process less efficient for them.
That's right. And those people might experience things like constant brain fog, low energy, poor focus, or even fatty liver disease, and they don't know why.
So the eggs are a direct intervention.
A direct intervention. They supply the exact raw materials, the choline, the B12, the folate, in the most usable form to basically oil the gears of that whole system.
So when people report clearer thinking, better memory, and improved mood, it's a direct result of providing the toolkit for these essential repairs.
Precisely. You're not just eating food.
Yeah.
You are literally optimizing the process that controls how your genes are expressed.
Let's pivot from internal maintenance to our senses, specifically vision. I was really surprised by the compounds packed into that golden yolk.
Yeah, we're talking about lutein and zeaxanthin.
The eye antioxidants.
They're the most powerful ones for your eyes. They literally act as your own internal sunglasses. They build up in the macula, which is the central part of your retina.
The camera sensor at the back of the eye.
Exactly. And their job is to protect that delicate tissue.
From what?
From damage. From UV rays, of course, but also, critically, from all the blue light coming from our screens, our phones, our computers. It's essential for preventing macular degeneration as we age.
And there was a secondary benefit people noticed more immediately.
Yes. Beyond just protection, people often report sharper vision, especially better contrast, and much better vision in low light. So, for night driving.
Let's connect this back to the brain again, because the brain itself is made of these really fragile membranes.
It is. The brain is about 60% fat, and it depends on these special structural fats called phospholipids, and the yolk is just packed with them.
Which is why they're considered a brain food.
It's because you are literally feeding the brain the materials it is built from.
So who benefits the most from this?
Well, anyone who needs that extra cognitive edge. Students during exams, seniors looking for long-term protection, or even someone just fighting off brain fog. It helps sharpen focus, boost memory, and balance mood.
And we can't forget the so-called hidden vitamins in the egg, the ones that get glossed over but affect everything from our bones to our hormones.
We absolutely have to talk about these. First is vitamin K2.
And its job is?
Its job is to be a traffic cop for calcium. It directs calcium into your bones and teeth where you want it and keeps it away from your arteries and joints where you don't.
So it's crucial for both skeletal and cardiovascular health.
Simultaneously. Then you have retinol. This is true. Bioavailable vitamin A. Not the beta-carotene your body has to struggle to convert.
And that's for immunity and skin.
Right. And finally, vitamin D. Eggs have a great dose of it, and that's critical for bone health, hormone regulation, and a stable mood. The egg is just so much more than protein.
This brings us to the most practical part of our deep dive. We know why to eat 4 eggs a day, but the supermarket aisle is, well, it's a minefield of labels.
It can be very confusing.
But first, a quick question on safety. Is this universally positive, or are there any groups who should be cautious?
That's an excellent question. Look, for the vast majority of healthy people, the data is overwhelmingly positive. It's safe.
But not for everyone.
The only group where some caution is still advised are these genetic hyper-responders to dietary cholesterol. And even they often see the good changes in their LDL profile.
So the takeaway is?
If you have a pre-existing severe heart condition or uncontrolled high cholesterol, talk to your doctor. But for, 95% of people, the benefits are huge and the risks are basically non-existent.
That's a crucial distinction. Okay, now, the buying guide. Let's start at the bottom. What should we avoid?
Avoid caged eggs. The hens are in tiny, high-stress spaces. Stress hormones aren't great, and it's just a low quality of life.
And cage-free is a step up, but not by much.
Not by much. It usually just means they're all crowded together in a big barn instead of individual cages. Still no outdoor access.
So what we're really aiming for is pasture-raised.
That is the gold standard. These hens are outdoors, they have space, they're eating their natural diet of bugs and grass.
And that diet changes the egg itself.
It directly translates to a much healthier nutrient profile. More omega-3s, more vitamin K2, more of those important carotenoids in the yolk.
Okay, but a listener might ask, does that justify the price? I mean, they can be 3 or 4 times more expensive.
It's a personal financial decision, of course, but the quality is significantly better. However, and this is the most crucial advice.
Yes.
If you truly can't afford the premium pasture-raised eggs, then just eat the conventional one.
Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
Precisely. Even a conventional egg is a nutritional powerhouse. It is still infinitely better for you than a bowl of sugary cereal or a processed breakfast bar.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, once we've got the best eggs we can afford, how do we get the most out of them? Let's talk synergy.
Pairing matters a lot. For instance, always eat them with dark leafy greens, something like arugula or spinach.
Why is that?
The healthy fats in the yolk boost your body's absorption of the antioxidants in those greens by up to 9 times.
9 times! That is a staggering multiplier.
It's huge. Also, add some onions or chives to your scramble.
For flavor, but also
for detox. The sulfur compounds in onions support your liver's detox pathways. They work as a team with the egg's methylation nutrients.
What about seasoning?
This frittata is delicious.
Always use
isn't
black
it?
pepper.
Absolutely. The
Why
best
is
I've
pepper
had in
so
ages.
important?
Pass the
The
eggs,
piperine
please.
in the pepper, that's what gives it that sharp taste. It dramatically increases your body's ability to absorb those carotenoids, the lutein and zeaxanthin, from the yolk itself.
It unlocks their potential. I also see cooked tomatoes on the list.
Yes. Tomatoes have lycopene, which is great for heart and prostate health. Cooking them, like in an omelet, breaks down the cell walls and makes that lycopene way more available to your body.
And for lasting energy, maybe add some avocado?
Perfect combo. Adds more healthy fats and fiber for that ultra-stable energy. And finally, the fat you cook them in matters.
What should we be using?
Use olive oil or butter. They're stable at medium heat, they add flavor, and they help you absorb all those fat-soluble vitamins without degrading the nutrients.
So what does this all mean? When you pull it all together, the decades of fear were just completely misplaced.
Completely.
The egg is one of the most affordable, complete, and simple foods you can eat. It fuels everything from your muscles and hormones to your brain and your vision.
It's a phenomenal nutritional foundation. If it fits your life and your budget, eating up to 4 a day is a powerful and highly effective way to optimize your entire system.
And while the eggs are a powerhouse on their own, we did find one last fascinating piece of research in the sources, something about maximizing their total biological potential.
That's right, especially for bone health.
Tell us more.
While the egg is powerful, the full systemic effects on your bones, your hormones, your metabolism, they become truly remarkable when eggs are consistently combined with milk.
Because milk provides other complementary nutrients.
Exactly. The synergy between the egg's fat-soluble vitamins and the mineral content of milk, well, it creates a pathway for next-level health. So we encourage you to consider that pairing as you put this knowledge into practice.
For most people, eggs are safe and healthy when eaten in moderation.